Okay, let's take a second and catch up because I've been in Utah now for a couple of weeks. I think it's only been 2 weeks, but it feels like it's been so much longer. I wanted to catch you guys up and kind of like talk about how things have been going. Overall, really, really good. The social aspect in Utah is amazing. I think it's just so niche because it has the Mormon culture, and so people are just very hospitable and very friendly. But I have met so many people. I feel like I've met more people in the last 2 weeks here than I did for the entire like 4 months that I was at school in South Dakota. And it's just like being friendly. Like I meet people in the elevator, I meet people doing my hobbies, I meet people when I go into cafes, and I meet people at work and things like that. And just being willing to step outside my comfort zone and ask someone about their day, invite them to come do something. So the social aspect has been amazing. Almost a little too good. I haven't started my job yet and I'm still finding routine. I'm still making myself at home here. I had all these social opportunities and I seized them because that was something that I really wanted to take advantage of when I moved down here. Is I really wanted to be back in a really social environment. And so I really was prioritizing that, but I prioritized it a little too much, and in the last like week I kind of felt like I was in a slump, which was really funny because I filmed like that morning routine video, my last video. And that really has been my morning routine and it's very accurate. But I also, like, when I was filming that, I didn't feel like, I felt kind of like I was in a slump. Like I wasn't feeling super productive even though I was doing all these productive things. I will say that's why I think it's so important to have a routine, is that you're creating those habits so that even when you're not feeling productive, you still are getting things done. And it also makes it so much easier when you do have a surge of motivation to get right back into the flow of things if you've already been keeping up with them. I have still been doing good, but I just started like prioritizing the social aspect a little too much. Like in the last week, I swear every single night I like made this new friend group, and every single night I've been out from like 9 p.m. to like 3 in the morning, and my sleep schedule is so botched. My under eye bags have been terrible. I'm just so tired all the time. I feel like I'm yawning all day long. And I just have been like prioritizing it over some other aspects of my life that are really important as well. For example, like reading my scriptures, that's something that I really like to make a habit of. And so every single night before bed, I'll study my scriptures, and even if it's just one verse, but I would like to have time to like, you know, go a little deeper, do a chapter, do a few chapters. But like all last week, I was coming home so late and I was so tired that I would just read one verse and like then go to bed. Which is okay because I was still doing it, and it was proud of myself for keeping up on the habit even when I was really tired or busy or doing other things. Over time, I realized that I was overindulging in one area of my life and it was backfiring, and I was starting to feel drained. Yesterday, before I was like getting ready to go out for the night, I was like literally sitting in my bed like crocheting and like listening to an audiobook, and I was so anxious. I couldn't really figure out why I was feeling so anxious. Like it wasn't about anything in particularly. Like I think that's the thing about being anxious, is it's like not even about anything in particularly. I just was like restless. I was like nervous. I didn't really know why I was feeling that way. And then I think I kind of, as the night went on, as I was out with my friends, I just kind of realized like, oh, I think I just have maybe been overdoing it. Which is really interesting because I signed up to get certified to be a yoga instructor. So look at me following through on my goals. So proud of myself. But really interesting because one of the things I was studying was talking about how like overindulging even in a good thing is going to be a bad thing. Like you have to do everything in moderation. And I think why it was so bad was because I was going out at night and I was like skipping my night routine, because I don't think there's anything wrong with being productive in the day and partying at night. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I was putting a little too much of my energy into it and getting a little bit too attached to that social scene because I was so excited, and it was something that I wanted so badly for so long, to be in such a social setting, that then I was like getting rid of my other priorities, my other obligations for it. It was a good thing that I'm investing my energy in. I'm taking the energy from other good things too. So it's all about balance. And so today, that's what I've really been working on. I just decided, I realized, kind of had this whole realization last night, like, oh, I think I've just been overindulging and I haven't been really taking care of myself. Even though I've been doing all of these things, I haven't been doing them with the right intention. So when I went to bed last night, I kind of worked up all this motivation, like I want to be intentional about what I'm doing. And so today I just decided that I was going to do all the things that kind of help fill my soul. And a lot of them are participating in my hobbies. A lot of them are just being productive. but I thought I'd take you guys along. So far, like this morning, I've been doing a lot of protein shakes. I just think that they're a really good breakfast for me because I did like all my morning stuff, my skincare, my supplements, and then I went to the gym and it was hair wash day, so I oiled my hair and everything. I actually was really wanting to go polar plunge because, and like at the river, because I felt like that is just exactly what I needed. I just needed a really hard reset. I just needed something to just like, okay, clean slate, I've been having fun, it's time to like, I want to take today to like really reset and regroup and reanalyze where are my priorities, because socializing is definitely one of them, but I felt like my focus was shifting from what I really came to Utah for, which was to grow myself, and social is part of that, but so is all the other aspects. And I was focusing too much on just the social part, so I wanted to reshift my focus into working on myself, doing things that are gonna lift me up, doing things that are gonna help me find my purpose, and using this time wisely. I tried to go polar plunge, but everywhere up the canyon was either frozen or like dried up. So I'll try and find a different spot. Instead, I kind of just like ended my shower really cold. I washed my hair and then I just kind of been cleaning. I have a couple more things I want to do today. I need to do some of my yoga training, work on that. I'm just doing it online from home, so I'll work on that. I need to brew up more of my medicinal tea that I've been making. And then I really just want to like work on my hobbies and do the things that I love. And I definitely have been like still working on my hobbies. I've been going rock climbing a lot. I've started crocheting something and like all of this stuff, but I want to just be more intentional about it and doing it less as something to cross off the list and more as like something that I'm spending time with myself. I'm being independent. I think that was a really big thing, is I was getting really attached to this friend group and this idea, and I started putting the energy into that instead of into myself. And I think that's also part of why I was starting to feel sort of drained, which is not there. Like that has nothing to do with the friends. It really just has to do with that, like I wasn't being careful about what I was doing with my time and my energy, and I put it all into something, and that wasn't very smart. All this being said, I am still going out with them tonight. We've had this plan to go bowling for like a week, so use the time that I have in the daytime today to fill it with all the things that help me feel better. One of the biggest things I think for me is being mindful of what entertainment I'm consuming, and what you consume really does make a difference. I want to share with you guys a podcast that has just really changed, like fully, like actually this podcast got me to where I am right now in the span of a month. Date Yourself Instead by Liz Boss. It's on Spotify, but I'm sure you can find it other places too. She has like an Instagram for it. And I think I do think inward when I'm on my own a lot as well, but it's just very thought-provoking. And when you need help centering your energy somewhere productive, I think consuming self-help content is key, in my opinion. I've been getting so many packages lately. Let's do a little unboxing. Oh, she's ripped open. Okay. Oh well. Oh, this is massive. This is a huge book, but yes, I'm excited. Okay, and then I am doing the beef tallow. I'm sure if you're on skincare TikTok, you've seen this. We're gonna try this literally right now though, because I could use it. So I did the beef tallow and honey. Oh, okay. I don't know how to feel about this. It was really like, I was expecting it to be a lot more whipped. It's like genuinely like a balm. Like it's like really dense, and then it kind of melts into your skin. But I'm kind of here for it. Period. I'm excited. I'm so annoyed because I spent so long talking and the microphone was off. Okay, I'm at this beautiful lookout place. I used to love when I lived in Utah. One of my favorite things to do when I wanted to spend time with myself was to come to a lookout spot to watch the sunset and either read or journal or crochet and just do something that I love. And there's this old lady walking in, so that's really awkward. Maybe just give me a second. And just do something that I love. There was never really good lookout spots anymore, so I stopped doing that, and I haven't done it since I'm back. But it's so beautiful. Ignore all of the, I think it's just really smoky right now, but it is a beautiful view. Usually you can see the mountains all the way across the lake and everything. I love this little spot. I wanted to talk to you guys about spending time with yourself because I really think it's the most beneficial thing. I've talked with so many people who come to me and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do, like I need your advice, like I'm feeling really lonely, I'm feeling discontent, I'm feeling anxious all the time, I feel like I have a hard time being alone, or I just am not happy with my life right now. Having any sort of negative feeling, we know that it is coming from relying on outside sources for your happiness, right? We can achieve lasting, genuine happiness when we're getting it from within. That is where genuine happiness comes from. So if you're experiencing unhappiness, it's because you're relying on other things for your happiness. So being able to spend time with yourself and have that be beneficial is so important, because if you are confident, self-reliant, and independent, you are going to be able to maintain the longevity of happiness from within, which is so important. And it was going to get rid of all those feelings of anxiousness, all those feelings of comparing yourself to others, feeling really lonely, feeling just like in a state of chaos. When you know that you can be self-reliant, it will change the game for you. So to all those people, I say to them, you need to spend more time with yourself. And they say, I feel like I spend a lot of time alone. And I say, no, not by yourself, with yourself. There's a big difference. When you are spending your time by yourself and you are on your phone, going over things that you could be doing, comparing yourself to others, thinking about all the things you want to do but you're not going to do, just going over these negative patterns, or you're just not using that time to be creative or do something productive, you are not benefiting at all from that. And you're not, in fact, you're doing more damage, because now you're creating a belief that your time alone is not valuable, right? Subconsciously, that's kind of what's happening. But to spend your time with yourself is to spend your time enjoying your own company and finding fulfillment and doing things alone, which is it's such a game changer when you learn how to do it. I think the biggest and easiest way to do it is to pick up hobbies that you love. But what's so important is the mindset that you're in when you're doing those hobbies. I could sit here and I could crochet, and I could be thinking about all of these things that are making me anxious. I could be thinking about what I'm going to do tomorrow, thinking about what other people are doing, right? Or I could sit here and crochet, and I could be filling my thoughts with gratitude and a more meditative mindset or prayer. Things that are really going to help me feel like that time was spent well and that time was fulfilling. I just spent like 2 hours doing my yoga certification training and everything. It's self-paced and I am still doing it in my own free will. I paid for it myself and everything. There is nothing more rewarding to me than like spending my time gaining knowledge and education. I think it's amazing. Like, I really do love school because I love the education side of it. I just don't think that college is the way for me, at least right now. But I find so much fulfillment and I feel so much more confident when I'm like, I just spent that time gaining knowledge. Like, I'm a more well-rounded person because of this knowledge I've gained. You are gonna find that your confidence really goes up. And you don't have to be in school to get an education. You don't have to pay to get an education. Obviously, I'm paying for this, but that's because I want to get certified. If you just want to expand your knowledge, the books that I'm reading are on Amazon. Like, you can expand your knowledge in so many ways. You do not have to do it this way. But spending your time gaining knowledge, prayer and meditation and gratitude, and working on your hobbies and working things that are investments in yourself. Example, going to the gym, that's a hobby, but it's also an investment in your own well-being in yourself. And these are all kind of have the same, I know we've all heard about the effects of going to the gym, like it boosts your confidence because you're doing hard things, you're pushing yourself, you're seeing growth, you become more confident.
that same system or whatever works for all other aspects of your life as well. And I think, once again, the biggest way to do that is through your hobbies, which I plan to make a separate video about the hobbies that I've been picking up and spending time with myself, so I don't want to touch too much on that. But this is your reminder to be with yourself and not just by yourself. Really take the time, really be intentional and intuitive with the time that you have, that you're spending alone, and ensure that you're using that to your advantage and you're finding fulfillment when you're alone. And even if it's a day where you're like, okay, I really do just need to rot away on my bed, okay, let's be mindful about it. Let's reframe that from I'm rotting away in my bed to I'm resting. I'm regaining my energy, I'm relaxing, I'm using this time to decompress from my week. It's all about how you frame it in your mind. There you go. I'm now going to crochet.
I am still going out tonight. I'm going bowling in like an hour and a half, but contrary to what I've been doing the last few nights, we're going to spend this time to set myself up for when I get home, right? I'm gonna get some of my stuff done in my night routine now so that if I come home tired, I can just do the bare minimum and it's not gonna mess me up. I'm home. It's now 11:13. And let's get ready for bed. I'm gonna put on my pajamas. I have so much energy right now because I've been coming home at like 1 or 2 in the morning. So I like don't know what to do with all my energy. I'm not gonna brush my teeth yet because I have so much energy that I think I'm gonna watch a show tonight and eat some snacks and finish crocheting my hat that I've been working on. Sometimes I do castor oil packs at night, but I did one last night and I don't always like to do them every single night just because I feel like it can be a little intense. But okay, and then like I said, I'm just gonna watch a show and snack a little bit and crochet until I'm a little bit more tired. I'll probably get tired really fast because I'm really sleep deprived, but thank you for being here and good night. Okay, I think that's all that I have to share. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this productive day with me. Just remember that it is okay to party. It is okay to be productive. Not every day is gonna be one. Not every day is gonna be the other. Some days have none of it at all and you just need a rest day, and that is perfectly fine. Just remember that moderation is key and balance is key, and you can't have too much of one because it'll backfire, right? You can't just have all work and no play, and you can't have all play and no work. Finding balance is so important in your life, especially in your 20s when there is so much change happening around you. You have to have the confidence and self-awareness to regulate those things. It's important to look inward and be in tune with your feelings and in tune with what you need, and being willing to have the confidence to say, hey, you know, I don't think I want to hang out tonight because you need to spend time with yourself. Something like that. Just know that we're in this together. Thank you for being here, and I hope that this gives you some form of motivation to kind of get your life together, you know, to kind of like readdress where you want to go and how you want to be moving forward and what you want your days to look like.